So today we got Carl, who is a personal trainer and a keen runner, and I've seen you incorporated a lot of strength training and kettlebell training with your runners.
Yeah.
So what do you think kettlebell training is a good strength training?
Kettlebell is a good option. I'd say one of the great things about kettlebell is it's really versatile. It's a good piece of equipment that you can keep at home. You don't need racks of weights. It's beneficial in terms of matching the sort of the plyometric nature of running, and you can incorporate specific exercises, workouts that's going to train your body to assist you with your running.
Okay. So, and why do you think it's? How do you explain the increasing popularity? So we've seen over the years it getting more and more popular. Do you think that is because of the convenience and the benefits of the training, or how do you explain that?
I think the popularity of kettlebells is that it is dynamic. People can feel like they're working their muscles. You can feel like you're getting a cardiovascular workout, and as I say, you don't need like a stack of weights in order to get ripped. It's a great tool for training.
Carl, so if you get a runner, I've seen that you've been using a lot of kettlebell training with your runners. So if a runner comes to you and they say, why should I be using kettlebell than your normal dumbbells or barbells? What would you say to them? Like, what is the distinct differences there?
It's definitely the plyometric nature of the swing. When you're using a swing-based workout, that's going to be the main difference. For example, if you're using a workout that's like a windmill that's isometrically working your obliques and hamstrings, it's not so much different to using a weight. But as soon as you start to swing and you start to move the body, say in a figure eight, it's going to work your lower back and your core, then you're starting to get dynamic with it, and especially with the explosive nature of the swing and the power on the hips, it's going to help you match that kind of activity when you start running.
Yeah, and I've seen a lot of runners don't prefer going to the gym. So do you think that is also attractive?
Absolutely, because you just need a couple of bells at home. You can fire up your muscles in the morning before you have breakfast. You can return from work in the evening, same thing. You don't necessarily have to visit the gym to get that workout. And obviously, if you're a member of a gym, you're going to back your running training up with that. But if you're not, you can still get a really good workout at home.
Yeah, and do you think it's more time efficient as well? You don't need to spend a lot of time, isn't it?
No, exactly. And especially if you're a parent and you've got kids around, you might not have time to go and do that. But you could potentially get 15-20 minutes with a kettlebell at home. You haven't got the time to go to the gym, come back. So it's a way of incorporating it into your lifestyle and still having some strength training.
Yeah. And do you think it gives that bit of extra bit on stabilizing, which you don't really get that in normal strength training? Yeah? Do you think?
Yeah, well, it's going to work the muscles in the different ranges of motion. It's going to incorporate the agonist and the antagonist. It sounds a bit technical, but it stabilizers. If you're using a weights machine, you're not going to get that. It's just going to primarily target your muscle. Yeah. So yeah, it's going to work around that as well. And plus you can keep it going so it's cardiovascular too.
And last thing is how would the technique, because obviously it's a bit more technically demanding,
Yeah.
So do you think that is something which needs to be addressed before they start doing at home?
Absolutely, you need to get the technique spot on, especially if you want to load up on the weights. If you've got a few different bells, you need to get that technique right, otherwise you're going to go into the realms of causing yourself an injury and then needing.
So obviously there's a lot of exercises which we can use with kettlebell. So what are your common go-to exercises which you commonly use with your clients?
Common go-to ones are going to be double hand swing variant to single hand. I would also use figure eights for the core and the lower back, and single leg deadlift would be, if I was just picking three, they'd be my hot picks.
Yeah, so there's a common exercise.
Yeah, if I just wanted like a 10-minute workout, 5-10-minute workout, it's just going to quickly have a little blast, and I'm getting a lot going.
Yeah. So I do see a few patients with injuries, especially with shoulder and low back. So what are the common mistakes you see with people when, with your clients when they do kettlebell training or sort of thing?
Getting the weight wrong.
Yeah, what would you say would be a good weight for somebody like a male or a female sort of thing?
The target is 8 kg for a female and 16 kg for a male. Most guys and girls are going to achieve that on a double hand swing, and then you start getting variance in the workout, then you might need to change the weight. But it's building up so that you're having the right weight and starting off with a weight that's not so little. For example, you got people swinging a weight so light that it's technically they're just working at shoulder mobilization. There's nothing going on. Technique is important so that you're engaging the right muscles at the right time.
So do you think when you're dealing with complex movements like the windmill or the deadlift, it's good to get a bit of a coaching or sort of feedback?
Absolutely, because you need to get your movement right before you can progress through the weights and then start to get the real gains.
So there's definitely advantages of you incorporating kettlebell, and I think it's valid, from what you're saying, it's a valid option for runners.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely on that.
Yeah.
Okay. So thanks, Carl, for your time. And
thank you too.
Yeah, thanks.